Hello everyone. If you've just joined this video series, welcome. Before we continue, I recommend watching video 1, where we explain how to start the project with the magic ring, step by step. That first video is the foundation for everything, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out and come back after. It's also a good idea to watch video 2, where we worked through rounds 1 to 5. Those rounds include the first important increases. And if you're already a bit further along, make sure you've watched the video for rounds 13 and 14, as well as the one right before this, where we covered rounds 23 and 24. They're all essential to understanding what we're doing here in round 32. Don't skip steps, each one matters. You already know that on this channel we do everything with patience, enjoying the process, because that's our motto, do it yourself. And wow, how exciting it is to reach this point in the project. Today we officially finish the base of the tapestry bag. If you've made it to round 32, seriously, congratulations. Not everyone gets this far. It's an achievement worth celebrating. You've worked with increases, single crochets, marked rounds, and you've surely learned a lot along the way. And if you're not there yet, don't worry. Everyone moves at their own pace. Take the time you need to reach this round. What matters is not giving up. In this video, you'll see how the base should look once round 32 is complete. Keep in mind, every project is unique, so slight differences in shape or size are totally fine. What matters is that it looks firm, even with a clean edge. Now we're ready for the next step, starting to crochet upward and building the body of the bag. We're giving it height. Are you ready? Let's go all in. Now that we're about to start crocheting upward, I want you to think of this stage as building the walls of a house. We already have a solid foundation with our 32 round base, and from here, everything starts to take real shape. To make this transition correctly, the first tip is not to make any increases in the next round, but to keep the same number of stitches. This creates a right angle that allows the sides to rise vertically. If you added more increases now, the base would keep expanding and you wouldn't get that lift effect. To help you visually, you can place a ruler or any straight edge against your work to see if the rise is staying even. This is also a great moment to mark this transition round with a different colored thread as a permanent guide, showing where the base ends and the body begins. That will come in handy later if you decide to change colors or introduce a decorative pattern. Remember, we're working in tapestry crochet, where detail and precision are key. Every stitch matters. Do it yourself, at your own pace, with care and attention. One of the things I love most about this kind of project is seeing how something as simple as single crochets and increases can build a solid and beautiful bag. In tapestry crochet, technique is everything. And right here, when you start working upward, it's important to keep your tension even. You're no longer working on a flat surface, now your crochet is starting to take shape, and if your tension changes, it will show. That's why I recommend that before continuing, you check your posture, how you're holding your hook, and practice a few rounds without contrast yarn to get used to the new rhythm. You can also use a notebook or chart to track how many rounds you've worked upward. Especially if you're planning to add designs or color changes. In tapestry, keeping a clear count is essential so you don't get lost. If you've made it this far, it's because you've got the motivation, discipline, and creativity it takes. So keep going, there's even more great stuff ahead. Do it yourself, and do it with pride. And to wrap up this work block, I want to leave you with one last tip that can make a big difference. Now that the base is finished, take the time to review all your work before moving on. Lay your bag flat on a surface, check the edges, the symmetry of the stitches, and make sure you're happy with the result. If something didn't turn out how you wanted, it's not too late to make adjustments. Sometimes undoing 1 or 2 rounds can help fix little details that might go unnoticed later. Don't see it as a setback, it's a natural part of the creative process. Crocheting is also about learning to observe and improve. From this point forward, you can start planning the total height of your bag, whether you'll add a lining, a zipper, inner or outer pockets. All of that starts to take shape now. But first, enjoy this stage. You've come a long way and you deserve to celebrate every stitch you've made. And as always, you already know, do it yourself, with passion, with care, and with all your heart. Now that we've finished the base with its 32 rounds, it's time to start a new stage in our project, crocheting upward. And here comes something very important. We're going to work 10 rounds stitch by stitch. That means making one single crochet into each stitch from the previous round, with no increases. This is what gives the bag its height before we begin the pattern design. This section is essential because it gives us a smooth, clean surface ready for the next step. So while you work through these 10 rounds, try to keep your tension even, make sure your stitches don't twist, and if needed, use markers to keep track. Remember, there's no rush here, just the desire to do it well. As we always say on this channel, do it yourself. Let's talk now about the next step after these 10 rounds, the patterns. If you're new to tapestry crochet, this might sound a bit confusing, but don't worry. A pattern is basically a design we follow stitch by stitch to create shapes, figures, lines, or drawings on our bag. They can be as simple as stripes or as complex as mandalas or cultural symbols. There are thousands of patterns, many inspired by traditional Wayuu bags, and others created digitally. What's important to understand is that a pattern works as a visual guide. You can print it or view it on your phone, and what you see as little colored squares becomes colored stitches in your work. Later on, when we begin the actual pattern for this project, I'll show you how to read it and apply it with confidence. And before we wrap up this video, I want to stress something important. Don't move forward if you don't fully understand how a pattern works. As we progress with the bag, the patterns will take center stage, and if you don't know how to read them, place the colors, or calculate each row, you'll end up feeling frustrated. But don't worry, you're not alone. In the next videos, we'll go deeper into all of that. We'll show you how to adapt a pattern to your stitch count, how to read it from a grid, how to make corrections if you make a mistake. All step by step. For now, just keep in mind that the pattern is your map, your guide to creating a unique design. And you'll see, it's much easier than it looks. So if you've made it this far, congratulations! You now have a solid 32 round base, you're starting to build up the structure of your bag, and you understand where the project is heading. You've made great progress, and that deserves recognition. But keep in mind, we haven't finished the first of the 10 single crochet rounds going upward. Right now, at the end of this video, we're halfway through that first round. In the next video, we'll continue until we complete it. You'll notice we're working with a different color. This is intentional, so the transition between the base and the walls of the bag is clearly visible. That helps visually and makes it much easier to check if we're moving evenly, without miscounts or skipped stitches. From this point on, we're adding height to our project, so every detail matters. In the next video, we'll finish this round calmly, step by step, as always. And if this content has been helpful to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit like, and leave me a comment telling me how your bag is coming along, if you've had any difficulties, or which part you've enjoyed the most. And please, share this video with someone else who wants to learn or who could use a good dose of creativity and calm. See you in the next video. Keep on crocheting.